What are you trying to accomplish and what makes you happy?
It ain't about the money. It's not about the brand. It's not about any of that. It's about, did I move the people?
Welcome back to the Final Shot Podcast. Today on the show, we've got professional bull rider #1 in Canada. It's Jared Parsonage. How's it going, man?
Good. You guys?
Fantastic. This is a little bit different for us because we're normally talking to combat sports athletes, boxers, kickboxers, MMA fighters, but we decided to do something different and talk to somebody else that competes in another extreme sport, and I think that your sport is the most extreme of them all.
Yeah, sometimes it's pretty extreme. I don't know, those other ones are pretty extreme. You wouldn't be finding me trying that anytime soon.
Wow, you're jumping on the back of an animal that's 2,000 or 3,000 pounds that could literally just fuck you up real quick.
Yeah, a person can't think about that too much, or else you realize how dumb or crazy or whatever you want to call it really is.
Yeah, then you're getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you've rode a couple times in 2020, but as per your schedule from 2019 and 18, you're pretty much locked down.
Yeah, it's come to more or less an abrupt halt with all this craziness going on. So yeah, kind of was busy there in January, February, and March rolled around, and all of a sudden, bang, here we are.
So what's your normal schedule then? Are you on the road all the time, or is it just a couple weeks out of the month?
No, all the time, more or less weekends. Anymore, I used to, when I was younger, used to rodeo a lot more and stay out more, live in a camper. But now with these PBRs and everything, more of an airport guy and the flying thing. So it's busy on the weekends. I like that, get to be home in the week, get some work done in the week at home on the place. So yeah, it seems busy though. I don't know. There's never too much downtime. It doesn't seem like anymore. Everybody asks what the off season is. Jesus Christ, there ain't no off season anymore.
Not really. No, there's always a rodeo going on somewhere because it's always sunny somewhere else other than Canada or the United States.
Yeah, and Canada's got popular with like these bull ridings indoor and these big hockey and these big rinks and stuff in these big cities. And that's become really popular. And so yeah, you never seem to quit, which is good.
Last year, the Calgary Stampede rolled around and you competed in that.
Yeah. I think last year was my third Calgary. Finally had some luck. It's been pretty rough on me the going years. I think the year before I got hurt there. But yeah, it's come around. Shoot, last year, well, I was the first loser, so I guess I can't complain too much.
Well, I posted a video today morning, I believe, of you. You had an 85-point ride or an 86-point ride at the Stampede last year.
Yeah, that was the opening day, the first round there, and I won that round. And she kind of just, when you get on a roll, it kind of one of those things comes together. And it was good. It kind of started things off on the right foot and rolling, and got into the final four. And I was 89 there, 89 and a half in 1 second there. So shoot, it was good. It was a good experience. And that's a pretty cool place.
And I also watched a video this morning of you getting bucked off and then the damn thing hit you.
Yeah, that happens every now and then. They post them. Those ones hurt.
Yeah, they're huge.
That hurt. Yeah, that hurts every now and then, some bigger and smaller. But yeah, comes with the territory. You seem to, every now and then one decides they got to run you over.
Now, stature-wise, when I see that you're 6'1", you're a bull rider, it's a little different than everybody else. I see guys like Chase Outlaw or the #1 guy in the world right now. What's his name? Jose Vitor Leme. They're tiny.
Yeah.
They're tiny little dudes.
Yeah, I'm probably in the minority for sure. There are usually a lot of smaller kind of light build guys. I'm taller. I'm pretty light built, but taller. So I don't know. Everybody asked if it's a disadvantage. Well, should I just look at it as an advantage? I have more body to use and a little bigger and stronger, and heck, I don't get ragdolled like them little guys sometimes.
Was it 6'1", and what are you, 170 pounds?
Yep, on a good day.
See, I'm 6 feet tall, 230 pounds.
Yeah, you got me by a little bit.
Few pounds, right?
Yeah.
Couple pounds. I also seen you do some roping too.
Yeah, I grew up with that on the ranch and families riding rodeo and roping. So that's kind of what I did growing up as a kid. So you can't ride bulls all the time, so you need something else to do, a pastime or a hobby of some sort like that. So, and it hurts way less. You can do that way more.
Well, I read the caption that was underneath that said you couldn't ride a bull that day because you were hurt, so you decided to do some roping.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think that's the video is probably, if I had guessed back in Pinoca, I actually, you put that video on the Instagram of riding a black bull there here yesterday. And then the next day, the bull after that broke my jaw. So I had a broken jaw or whatever, had to get it put back together. So not too good for bull riding. So I was healing up for a little bit till it was held together decent. And so I figured might as well team rope.
All right, as a bull rider, I got to get into some stuff with you. First thing is going to be the rap music at rodeos drives me nuts.
I guess it changes. I don't know. The PBRs are more of an entertainment thing in a lot of ways, and the rodeo's more like kind of more classical, I guess. They have some of that, and it's, you know, it sometimes maybe doesn't fit the whole show. Whereas like the PBRs are straight bull riding. You know, there's a lot going on. It's more of there's more than just bull riding to it. So I don't know. You kind of learn to like it, the entertainment, and I kind of like that part of the bull riding. Sets an atmosphere, and you know, it's not just doom and gloom all the time. It's lots of fun, and it sets a good atmosphere. I like that part there. But the rodeo, sometimes it kind of conflicts a little bit.
I always like when the PBR comes to town here in Swift Current because everybody in town shows up to the damn thing. But the PBR puts on a hell of a show. Like they're lighting things on fire. It's great.
Yeah, the big pyro and the openings and stuff like that. Swift Current has had a really, really good bull riding for a lot of years now, and got some really good guys there too.
Do you come to the Swift Current ones all the time?
Yep, all the time. Yeah, shoot, it's the closest one to home for me.
Hey, you're just over Maple Creek, right?
Yep, just in Maple Creek. Yeah.
How do you like living there?
It's good. Shoot, grew up here. Wouldn't change it for the world. Kind of live out of town quite a ways, but I wouldn't change it. Like I said, wouldn't change it. And always in people, but not a big people fan. So there you go. Good way to be away from the people.
Yeah, I'm guessing that you have some amazing bull riding stories, probably from a little bit of your younger days being on the road, eh?
Yeah, there's a few good ones. They can't all be told, though.
Well, okay. The one I always want to talk to the Cowboys about is that it's a very illustrious moment that happened at the Calgary Stampede, where a young female got caught with two cowboys.
Yep. That what year was that? I think that was like the first year I went to Calgary, 2015.
Yeah,
I think that was there. Yeah, that was. There were some outstanding memes on that went along, and some pretty good stuff. Yeah, it created quite a fluff around Calgary and whatnot. Yeah, it was pretty good jokes there for quite a while.
Well, how do you get caught on daylight doing that? I have no idea, but
you got to go to Calgary and see the shit that goes on there, and you'd understand.
See, I stay at home and I watch the Stampede. I love it, and I've always wanted to go, but I don't like that many people.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that kind of avoid that, but all of Calgary's just crawling, so it's pretty good.
3 years ago, I had to go to Calgary every other week. I had knee surgery, and the Calgary Stampede was going on, and it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get off the highway to the doctor that was right across the road from the Stampede ground.
Yep, it's crazy. The amount of people that show up and put their cowboy hats on backwards or their white ones and the way they go. Yeah, it's quite a deal. Like even right down everything. Calgary, it's huge for the city.
Well, I looked over. I was like, shit, maybe I should just stop in. I've never been. And I looked. I was like, all right, fuck that. I'm going home. Tonight on CBS or whatever it's gonna be on. I'll probably get a better seat.
Yeah, you'd get a better seat, and it'd cost you a lot less money, and you wouldn't have to fight the people.
So, as a bull rider, there's got to be a level of physical fitness that you go through to be able to jump on those bulls. Do you have a very strict workout regime?
No, I'll admit it straight out. I'm kind of a freak that way, kind of one of those guys. In the winter, down sure do stuff. We're pretty busy on the place in the summer. And when you're going lots, I don't know, we call it bull riding shape. There's nothing like getting on lots of bulls and being in shape for that. And probably the biggest thing to get into is more rehab stuff, like, you know, massage therapy and rehab. And practitioners, we're lucky we got a good sports medicine. So lots of times you're rehabbing that time. You're stretching things out, ice, crap like that. As far as in the winter, down sure do some exercises, but it's not beneficial to really get big and stout and strong in bull riding because you're never going to outpower them. You got to be able to move and be limber and have good balance and flexible. So you get big and blocky, well, they just tear you in half.
I would guess that core strength would be key.
Big time. I guess one of the advantages I have is I ride a horse lots with what I do day to day and stuff. And that's pretty much a direct relation to what a bull does. It keeps your groins and your core and your balance and all those reactions strong. So that's important. But yeah, in the winter down sure a guy has to do stuff when things get a little slower, keep in shape and stuff. But everybody, it's an individual sport, same as everything. So everybody varies kind of on their own body type. Some guys tend to get stouter, so they're obviously doing things to keep the weight off or stronger, more flexible, whatever you want. But it's evolved a lot in the last few years. It's a big thing, that's for sure. The physical fitness is huge big part of it. You got to be, if you want to compete with the best and be at the top, you got to be in good shape.
100%. I did a little bit of Google research on it. There is guys that have like legit workout regimens that they do, but
yeah, huge big ones. Yeah,
I don't know. I just see you guys like, okay, for instance, last year at the PBR that came to Swift, I seen a young fella. He must have only been 17 years old, and he got knocked clean out.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I just can't remember who it was, but I remember
you were
that,
riding in that one.
Yeah.
But that young fella got knocked clean out, like out, sleeping.
Yeah.
Like did the zombie on the ground. I was like, oh
yeah.
shit. Like this kid's going to be dumb by the time he's 23. He's not going to be able to think.
Yeah. That's scary stuff. That's become a big part of our sport with a lot of it come to light with Ty Posbon and now the Ty Posbon Foundation and stuff that came of that. And, you know, the mental health CT, all that, because we take huge knocks to the head. Like there's knocks to the head, then there's the kind of hits that we take and guys getting knocked out all the time and coming to realize how bad it is for you. So broken bones heal. The brain, I'm not sure what heals there. So that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's where the hockey lids came from with you guys wearing the full cage. Now, some guys are still badasses and they just rock on there with a hat. But,
yeah, some guys do. And I tell you what, helmet, hat, it doesn't matter. If they're going to hit you the size they are, if they hit you hard enough, it doesn't matter what you're wearing.
Because you got the mouth guard in too, right?
I do. Lots of guys don't. I do. I don't know. Paid for braces when I was a kid to keep these teeth straight, so I figured I might as well wear a mouth guard because I'm scared to death of the dentist.
Yeah, I don't like going to the dentist either. They always want to stab you with something.
It's a never good experience. I would just end up bleeding and laying there wondering why I don't floss my teeth.
Right. I got no time to floss my teeth.
No, exactly.
That's what I tell them. It was like, why don't you floss? I'm like, I don't have fucking time for that shit.
It takes me like a half hour by the time I get myself organized and learn how to do it.
It's about right. So the rehab is basically the biggest thing, going to see chiropractor, massage therapist. I don't know if you're into that Asian kind of medicine, acupuncture, or any of that kind of shit, but
yeah, there's tons. Guys, it all depends who you're into, you know. Big thing for me is kind of just exercise and moving it and putting it back to use. I've had much luck doing that kind of thing. You know, and we're lucky, like I said, the sports medicine, we get good programs and they just line us up. We get in right away, get lined up, get put through all that. They give us stuff, programs, just like having our own trainers, basically.
That's pretty cool. Has CBD entered your sport yet?
Some guys in the States. Yeah, I've seen it quite a bit in the States. Yeah. it has, and quite a bit. And I think guys have had a lot of luck with it.
I've been using it now for, I don't know, what, 3 years, Derek?
For sure.
Right. I've taken a lot of shots to the head over the years.
Mm-hmm.
It just definitely helped me out. I couldn't imagine life without using it now.
Yeah. Then yeah. I think a lot of people are like that.
I think so. I hope so, because it's a fucking miracle drug.
Yeah. Yeah, well, surely.
So take me through the steps when you're getting into the chute and you're going to jump on this 2,000-pound fucking terror. What's going through your head?
I don't know. Everyone's different. I've seen guys so scared that they're puking off the chutes. Guys that are drunk getting on it. You see it all in the places you go, especially growing up. But, when you get to the top end level, it's a job. At the end of the day, you love it, but it's a job. You know what you're doing. So everybody's different. I'm pretty laid back. I don't really, you wouldn't know me any different probably 5 minutes before, 2 minutes before than you know me talking to me right now. Then to me, it's kind of when you crawl on that chute, she's game time. There's no use consuming yourself by it and worrying about it too much. It's just you and the bull. So when you crawl on that chute, it's game time. And that's when the job kicks in. Let the body take over, because there's so much going on in 8 seconds. You can't think about it anyways.
It's amazing to think that 8 seconds, so much shit can happen.
Oh yeah. It can be going really good to really bad. Bang.
Yeah. Like right now. And that 8 seconds could draw out for the next fucking 25 years.
Yeah. Sometimes it seems like it draws on for 25 minutes.
So there's a movie, 8 Seconds. I think everybody probably knows that movie, 8 Seconds. It's about Lane Frost. Arguably, maybe one of the best bull riders of all time.
Yep, right there.
But he got into like a rivalry with one bull, and they put him on all over the place, and that bull ended up killing him, right?
No, it was a different one.
Different
it was
bull?
Red Rock is who he got on all the time. They had like all the rodeos in the Northwest United States. They had a series. I think it was like 7 times, best out of 7 or something. I think he got killed in Cheyenne by a bull.
Yeah, in the movie they make it look like it's Red Rock, I think, but it's not.
Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah, kind of the movie stuff kicked in there.
Fuckers, always lie.
Yeah, never fails.
But he ended up getting gored. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think got him with a horn in the ribs and popped a rib through his heart or something like that. They didn't wear the protective vests back then, so things were a lot more. It was a lot harder on you back then. These vests they do wonders, and you take a little shot with a horn to the ribs, you have broken ribs or scuffed up or something. So it was a lot rougher back then.
What's in those vests then? Is it basically like a bulletproof vest that the cops wear, or is it different?
Yeah, it's more or less just Kevlar, I think, in there, and just kind of spreads off the force when they step on you or something or hit you.
I might need one of those. Someone might take a shot at me.
Day-to-day life.
Yeah, hell of a deal.
They're not cheap though, from what I understand. They're fairly expensive.
Yeah, probably $500 or so. That's $600. That's $600.
Yeah. What is all the equipment that you wear? You wear.
Yeah. So obviously your rope. Everybody knows about your rope. There's a lot that goes in that. It's important. And a set of spurs. The PBR's got spurs that certain rowels we use. For that's regulated so they don't cut the bulls and stuff like that. That's all the animal welfare stuff comes in, which is good. That stuff's good. And then obviously the guy wears chaps. That's just kind of flashy for show. And then your vest, your helmet. And I wear knee braces. Kind of got bad knees, too long of legs. There's too much to bend. So I wear knee braces. and other than that, yeah, pretty much guys tape the wrist, elbow braces. The braces go on and on. Some guys more than others, some guys less than others.
And you said you're a fan of the full cage of the helmet. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I wear the hockey cages. Those some guys, you don't really see those anymore. They're not tough enough. You can hit those, and I had a bull back when I was kind of quit wearing them. When I was probably 18 at the CCA finals, and they used to still be in Regina at Agribition.
Right.
I got jerked downhill with the hockey cage, flattened it and pushed it right in my cheek and cut my cheek right below my eye. So they're not really tough enough. So they make special masks for for bull riding kind of thing. They're a little stouter, kind of less bars. You can see through them. They're bigger bars, a little less but bigger, and a little more spaced out and a lot stronger.
Jared, I wanted to talk a little bit about the history a little bit, and how does one get into bull riding itself? Do you start on lambs? What do you do at the farm there? What are you doing? Like, what are we doing here? And like, because actually when I was researching for this podcast, I saw what they call bull trainers. It looked like it was a barrel with some padding on them. People would sit on them. And
yeah.
Well, your experience with bull trainers, how does one get started? What is the progression from, are we talking about riding pigs? Your parents see something and or is it part of your family? I don't know. And that's why honest questions make people laugh. So how does one get started?
Oh, it's just kind of a crash course.
We lost your video. We lost
Hold on, I come back.
There we go. Okay, crash course, go ahead.
Got a phone call. It's kind of a crash course that never quits crashing.
Is it a family business? Brother?
It's my family. I grew up in a rodeo family. My dad was a team roper, mom was a barrel racer. So I come from that, and then the bull riding started kind of, I don't know, I was always interested in it for some reason, and grew up riding, kind of started riding steers and got into that through some local people, a guy at East End, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Got into that. Yep. Guy at East End. And then kind of got helped that and started doing that and had a fair bit of success in the steer riding, a little bit here and there. I wasn't the best steer rider, that's for damn sure. Then started riding one-handed and junior bulls, and then got in the big bulls. And, you know, I kept working at it. It's like anything else, kind of loved it. And when I was younger, it wasn't quite a priority. Played quite a bit of hockey, and then turned 18, went to college in the States on a rodeo scholarship, and kind of just took to it full blown, and, you know, turned into a living and a passion, and it's never ended there.
What's your most satisfying win? What's your most memorable? It's usually something small.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one.
Like when you said, "Fuck yeah, bro, this is the one." Fuck all you guys. Never said I could. Nothing like that.
Probably kind of not that extreme, but one to me. When I first made the Canadian Finals rodeo, I got hurt the year before I was making it. Got hurt, didn't quite make it, and then made it. And I was in there, and you kind of young guy, you want to prove yourself. And I drew a bull that really bucked and kind of slung his head and kind of hurt a lot of guys and hard to get by. I was so nervous that night before and all day. I don't think I could have spit.
Oh yeah.
Nerves got in there, and I won the round at the first CFR I ever went to, and that rode that bull. Proper Ripped was his name. Big black bull, kind of slung his head. I think I put the video on my Instagram here a little while ago.
You did. I watched
it. Yeah. Yeah. And that was just kind of like, hell yeah, made her. Finally did her. Here we are. And it just kind of,
just like any sport, do you have you don't have to mention his name, but do you have a pretty big rival that you're like this guy's like, you're always fighting for the top positions? Maybe a guy from the States, you're like, okay, this guy, I'm coming after you.
I would say our sport's small. It's not really a rival, like hate each other because we're good friends, but there's like the top guys. There's like,
I thought, man, gloves are off, man. I'm a pro now.
When you see those guys,
I'm not here to make friends.
Shoots, they're all just hanging out and chuckling with each other.
Fuck all these guys.
Then you have nobody to help you out. When you get wiped out, you'll need somebody to take you to the hospital, and you won't have anybody to do that. You got to stay buddy with those guys.
Interesting.
It's different because it's man versus bull, right? You're not really competing against them guys. If you can ride your bull and stay on, the rest of it will take care of itself. So you kind of got to look. I always looked at it that way. There's obviously like the top guys that are doing a lot of the winning, and you know, and stuff like that, and they're always going against them. But your best friends, if you aren't doing the winning, you'd like your best friends to do the winning.
Yeah.
How do you react when somebody says that's a rich man's sport? Bull riding.
Depends how hard you want to try.
Yeah. Okay. That brings back to when I was researching the podcast, Jared, a lot of the winnings are public, and I was slightly offended by that. Like sometimes you would go down to a rodeo per se, and it would say Jared Parsonage $400, Jared $48,000, Jared Parsonage $800, and that it doesn't take a genius to throw a calculator and figure out that you made X amount of dollars. Sport, you're not obviously putting into expenses of all the travel and all the gear to put it together. But how much do you rely on sponsorships to keep your belly full?
It's as you kind of progressed, as I've progressed in my career, obviously started out with none, right? And you kind of just, you got to get out there and get to grinding if you want them.
Right.
And, you know, prove that you're good and you're a good person, that they would like to have their brand on you and stuff. So yeah, it just kind of comes crashing down, and now it's got to be a big part of my career. I'm lucky I've got some good sponsors, and some of them become good friends and stuck with me, and, you know, supported through this, and even kept supporting me through this stuff. So,
And
you
who
know,
are some of your major sponsors right now? I'm curious.
I have, well, I signed, I'm with Wrangler.
Yes.
Wrangler, yeah, cliche.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Wrangler, but it's good. One that's been with me for a long time was my first one ever, was Outlaw Buckers. They're out of Weyburn, and then they're bulls in Lacombe, and they're really big up here. They kind of started, sport kind of grew up with them. And then I have a cattle mineral tubs, OLS tubs. And then I just got a new one from, we're just starting out this year from right there at Lac Pelche, Valley Blossom Ranch, Bo and Ashley Switzer. So
Nice.
Okay.
yeah, they've been good and good people. So stuff like that. But like the bigger companies, it's bigger and a lot more formal. And like the last one I said, it's kind of a friend deal. So it's you kind of got to just take her as it comes and put it all together. And they're all different, but it's kind of like any other individual sport.
Do you have a publicist where you're actively going after sponsorships, or you just kind of, they come to you and you take what you can get?
Yeah, I got a guy that's 3D bull riding out of.
You almost have like a
Saskatoon.
manager then.
Yeah, more or less just an agent. Tanner Byrne's doing that now.
Same name as me. What the hell?
Gay.
Yeah, same name as you. Any familiar with bull riding, big time bull riding family, and he kind of retired, went to fighting bulls, and has kind of taken that up and has a handful of us that he kind of does the dirty work for. So it's good. I don't have to worry about that shit too much.
We have a company that helps us that probably should sponsor him.
We have two, actually.
Alpha Bull.
Yeah, I know that guy. Real good.
Okay.
Fucking get on the Parsonage train. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Chad, best plug. I started traveling with that guy when I first came around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's cool.
Bez.
We got to hit him
Yep.
up.
Yeah, he's sweet. Chad's sweet. One of the coolest guys going. Alpha Bull. You been to an Alpha Bull event?
I have not, but they do like to send me stuff.
Oh yeah, you got to go to an Alpha Bull event.
Yeah.
Tell him I told you that. He
Good.
knows.
Awesome.
I won the last one he had in Claresholm before all this shut down.
I'm going to tell him the next Alpha Bull event that you're involved with, I want to be down in the chutes fucking around with people.
All right. Yeah, he'll get you. He'll hook it up.
That's what, awesome.
So I want to talk about, you had a little bit of a grief with the PVR a little bit that I read that on your Instagram because I'm a fucking creep. But
yeah,
you made 1 cent.
Yeah, 0.
What the hell happened?
They kind of, it's a long story, but there's a little bit of the Brazilians are really good. We'll just put that like that. And the Americans don't like to get beat. We all know that.
Oh, so there's some politics in there then.
Little politics. So let's leave it at politics to put it correct. And I rode a bunch of bulls at the World Finals in Las Vegas last year and had a lot of luck there, did good. And I just never really got on good enough bulls. And I screwed up a couple, but I still wasn't going to place deep in their rounds to place. And they pay their average different there on points, trying to get their home run hitters to win. and I was hitting singles the whole time. And it didn't really work out very good.
Hey, when you hit a bunch of singles, eventually you get a run home though, right?
Exactly, but that's not how they think, I guess.
Damn it.
Well, damn it, yeah. Damn it's right. We'll just leave it at damn it. There's more words said than damn it, but we'll just leave it at damn it.
Unfortunately, we're Canadian. We'll usually just flip you the bird and walk away.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up. Yeah. So, well, it kind of, it is what it is. Created quite a little stink through everything. They actually changed it, but they kind of changed it again, but you hate to be the guy that loses out to create change. But hey, here we are.
Whatever. At the end of the day,
yeah,
you're getting on bulls and you're still making money.
Yep. No, it was good. It was a good, sounds dumb, but it was a good experience and lots of fun. And it was good for a guy's personal brand, and they can make a big star out of you pretty fast and lots of publicity. So it's, they got the channels and the people watching. So it was good that way.
I was
take away
watching,
some good.
I was watching the PBR yesterday because they have something running in Vegas.
Yeah, team thing. That's where this crossing the border problem comes in.
That's what I was watching, and they had a Canadian team down there. And I was like, well, why the fuck is our number one guy not on Team Canada?
I'm not sure. Which one was it?
I don't know. It was live.
Oh, I don't think in Las Vegas right now, I don't think there's a Canadian team.
There was a Canadian team down. I'm going to send it to you.
It could be
I don't think so, because I was actually picked to go on a team down there, but we can't cross the border.
Oh, right.
What the hell? Maybe
They
we
won't let us across.
in America, or maybe it was old. I could be a dumbass.
It might have been the old Global Cup.
Could be.
It might have been old
Yeah.
World Cup, but they've had some live events going on with no
Yeah.
fans.
Right now they're going on at the South Point in Las Vegas, and they have the team things and team captains. And I was lucky enough to get picked Cooper Davis for team, and then you had to turn it down, which kind of sucks when you're like that, because we can't really get across the border. You could lie, but how do you lie and cross the border when you're on national TV?
That's very true. You probably get in trouble coming back, right?
Exactly. It depends how much trouble you want to get in. So this is going to go on, and you don't want to get in trouble with that kind of thing.
Not unless we load all you guys into a semi-trailer full of shit.
Yeah, and go across just a bunch of boxes and get in the middle of them.
Yeah.
No, hopefully coming here in June, they line that out, but time will tell.
I'm hoping that they can get it going, because I'd like to have the PBR back here in friggin' Swift Current again.
Yeah. Well, I know the guys that put it on pretty good, really good, that kind of come, and I wouldn't doubt, like, this year's obviously a no-go, but I'm pretty sure she's a go for next year as far as I know.
But there was I think it was a Brazilian fellow that won it last year, tiny little guy.
Yeah, I can't remember, to be honest with you.
He was really good with the fans, though. He always would go over and give the little kids high fives. I would reach over the boards and all that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
But
that's good, yeah.
Who I really want to see live is the guy that kicks his helmet.
Lemmy?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
He's good.
That guy's good. That guy's really
Real
good.
He's
that good.
I was watching him yesterday, and he doesn't get bucked off all that often.
Hell no, he rides everything. That guy is like, he's him and Lockwood and Sage Kimsey. Them guys are good. That Lemmy is good. He's really good.
And the other guy I like Chase Outlaw.
Yeah, Chase is pretty cool. He's a cool character and a good bull rider and dirty, rotten, tough.
Oh yeah, he's tougher than shit. That's the guy that had his face broken, right?
Yeah, everything. Shoot, it's all been broken on Chase.
He's got to be getting up there in years now, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he's probably starting to crowd 28, 29, 30.
I love how that's old.
I'm 37. That's young as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what the average life expectancy is for a bull rider in the sport, though. Like, what's the maximum age of guys getting on bulls?
There's some older guys you see, but they kind of tend to lose their competitive edge, I guess you could say. Or I don't know. Scott Schiffner went till he was 37 in Canada, and he could damn sure still do her and win. He was good when he quit and stuff, and that's a freak. I don't know. I'd say if you make the 33, 34, 35, you're doing good.
How old are you now?
27. I'm one of the old guys even.
What's the transition period after bull riding?
It just depends.
What do you do? Or do you guys comment? Because I come from either from a boxing or martial art background. It's either commentating, starting your own promotion, starting your own gym. So what do you do?
Some guys like that. Well, you're wearing the shirts of Chad's right there in the hat. Alpha Bolt. Chad started a production company and been very successful with that, putting on bull ridings. Some guys raise them. Me, I don't think. Some guys go to judging and this and that. And I have no interest. I'm just going to go back home and be a rancher and probably disappear.
Yeah. The way you say judging is often the way people say about being a coach in martial arts. Like people scoff at the idea, like, yeah, I guess, but judges aren't looked high upon.
Yeah, there's good and there's ones that you don't think is good. It's kind of like any sport.
Sure.
Yes. It's all like that. There's lots that are really good and good friends, and it takes a special kind of person to do that kind of thing.
There's no such thing as practicing, hey, with bull riding.
Oh yeah.
Is there?
There is.
I just
Hell
thought
yeah.
like it's showtime. Every day showtime.
Well, it's showtime all the time. It's showtime in the practice pen. You don't get on one just laid back, but yeah, hell yeah, not so much.
You have
now.
practice bulls at your place then?
No, I don't. Got some good friends that got lots of bulls at Medicine Hat.
Okay.
Go there. I've got the Collier family. Probably when I was younger, yeah, we practiced quite a bit. Got on bulls, things to work on. It's no different than anything else. You pick something you want to work on. You pick something spinning to the right, stepping ahead, or whatever it might be. Bull spinning left. You want to work on that. Get on a couple of those and work on it when you're, getting better.
What's your relationship to the rodeo clown? Do you have any, or do you respect those guys?
Are they called clowns? So are they bullfighters?
Bullfighters, yeah, I know.
Pardon me. See, educate me. I'm here.
Bullfighters. So there's the guys, the cowboy protection, the bullfighters, the guys that save us. So those probably the most important people out there. They save us all the time. Save us from getting run over in wrecks, everything. It's amazing what they can do. So those are our best friends.
Okay.
As far as the guy out there making jokes and entertaining, well, he's the clown. He can do whatever he wants.
Something you'd be interested in? Is that
clowning?
Yeah.
Not a chance. Not funny at all.
Oh, you mean you have to have the entertainment aspect, just not be okay.
The guy in the that's in the barrel fucking around. He's the clown.
Right.
Yeah, the guy in the barrel clown. He's entertaining the crowd at dead times.
What about being one of those bull saver type dudes?
It's pretty cool. It's fun. We all of us guys have done it, messed around and stepped around one and kind of fought one for fun. It's cool. It's a rush, but when I'm done fighting bulls, I ain't getting back in or done riding bulls. I'm not getting back in there and fighting bulls. I'll be too old at that point to start something new.
It was interesting to me that they changed the name to bullfighter, because when you go to some other places in the world, bullfighting is very different.
Yeah. I don't think they even, I guess I call them that. I think they call them cowboy protection or whatever, just to keep the cowboy protection, cowboy safety men, just to keep the mixed feelings apart.
Yeah, the Pete would be fucking jumping down our throat.
Oh yeah, shit. Everything would be after it with that. Yeah. So everybody think they're gonna kill him afterwards.
Let's clear up some discrepancies about riding bulls then. A lot of people think it's mean for the bull.
No.
They're bred for the shit.
They're bred for it. They've created their own animal cattle breed with it. Like there's a registry, everything. Charities, these bulls got her made. They get bucked, they go home, they're on high powered grain rations, feed, everything else, exercise programs. These guys exercise.
They're athletes.
Bulls.
The bulls are
they're athletes. Like they get chiropractor and these wave things. They get treated better than we do half the time.
And they love it.
And they love it. Like bulls can't talk, but I don't know. When they come in the chute and they stand right there in the middle and know exactly what they're doing, you can't tell me they hate it.
No.
People can say that all they want, but them buggers, they're a different animal when it goes on. You might be able to scratch them out back, but after there, they know what's going on. They don't stand there and look out in the arena and turn it on instantly if they don't know what they're doing and love what they're doing. Oh, you can't make them buck.
My favorite part is when they buck somebody off and they I launched that motherfucker. And they won't go back in. They run it around. They know what's happening. I swear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people get crazy on that. You can't make them buck. Like, they obviously like it. And they're worth a ton of money. Those good bulls, they sell upwards of $100,000 or plus for some of them, 40, 50 for those high end bulls. Wow. They're worth, you don't just mistreat something that's worth that much money.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
So, yeah, it's big business for sure.
You should get a bull.
Yeah, you get in the bull business.
I can't afford to pay.
I just want one that goes.
Just call him the final shot.
I should. I'm getting a bull.
That's it.
And then I'm gonna train it to buck off that Lemme guy.
And
you'll have lots of training to do. That guy's good.
He's real good. He doesn't go. I don't know how he stays on.
I don't know. He's got a different style, but geez, it works.
Is he a Brazilian fella? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, riding bulls is big in Mexico too.
Yeah, they got two styles. It's a little different in Mexico when they hook their feet in their rope and whatnot. Cool. Well, you've seen the videos where they go with no hands with their feet stuck in the rope.
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't seen that. I've
Go
never
ahead
watched
though.
that now, though.
Tell the people.
There's that. They got a different kind of rope and spurs or whatever. They kind of drop on them, hook their feet, and their legs are stuck, and they just flop around on them forever. It's probably not the most. It's pretty Mexican like way. It's not the most probably humane way of going about it, but yeah. And then the normal one, it's hugely popular down there though. Those guys, that is ragdolling yourself and putting yourself out there. They just get beat up and flung around, and it's probably where it's biggest is Brazil. It's huge in Brazil. It's right behind soccer. It's up there. Yeah, it's huge. That's why those guys, there's bull riders. That's why all those good guys come over here. It's huge.
Take all our friggin' money too.
Take lots of our money. That's for damn sure.
So the big thing that I always hear is the difference of where they put their hand. Now, I'm guessing you're a top guy.
I'm a Brazilian guy.
You're a side guy.
Yeah, I'm a side guy. Yeah,
okay,
it's become
explain the difference.
Popular. Oh, well, I'll start. Those guys are smart that way when it comes to that. And like thinking the American ropes, they go in the middle and they pull up on the side. So every time when you pull something tight, it wants to pull down the side that it pulls on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, around something, that's just common logic. So the Brazilian ropes go on the side and they pull from across their back. So every time a bull bucks, it wants to pull your hand across their back and back to the middle. And it comes out and it doesn't pull tight on your hand. The American ropes pull really tight on your hand, which creates a lot of hand and wrist injuries. That's why all bull riders have bad hands and wrists and have to tape them up like a cast and this and that. So it kind of gives you a little more room for air that way, and it doesn't not so hard on your hand. And yeah, it's probably, I would say 80% of guys have gone to the Brazilian style of rope.
Now,
there's a couple.
Does that side benefit either going left or right?
Yeah, it seems I'm left-handed, and when they go left, it's definitely a benefit. They're down there, and if you can get we'll kind of pry it over your hip and your knee up in there, they can't. You got them. Then if you're a good bull rider, you're kind of locked down in there. You kind of got to learn to ride them a little bit when they go away from your hand. It requires a little different because your hand's down the side. But I got long arms, so I got a little more room for air. Guys with short arms have a little more trouble, but I got these long arms to go with my long legs and being tall, so I got a little more room for air.
Sometimes I see some of the videos you jump on a bull. I think you could probably lock your ankles underneath the thing.
Sometimes them little ones you get from down in the States, I feel like that. And I hate those because they are hard to ride for me.
It's actually harder with your feet coming down further?
Well, yeah, those little ones, there's nothing like that. I like the bigger and scarier they are, the better they are for me. I love them that way. Okay. Those little ones, you can kind of get your knees in those big ones and get your feet in them. The little ones, it seems like there's nothing to get a hold of there. It's just a little balloon under you.
Derek, we're going to bleep that out because at some point he's going to go back to America and we just want him to get big bulls.
Yeah. Cross that out.
So the shoot doesn't bug you. Getting on the bull doesn't bother you. You're kind of a stone cold, we're going to get this done and get the hell out of here in 8 seconds, win some money and go home.
Yeah, like it that way. There's damn sure anxiety and stuff behind it, but if you can't deal with that, what are you doing it for? You kind of got to, every athlete has that. It's no different, I'm sure, in MMA stuff. The feelings you have before a fight, it would be the exact same feelings you have before getting on a bull. You're anxious, a little nervous, a little worked up. It just comes with it, just the way it is.
When I was a young fella, I grew up in the country on a bunch of property, and we used to go do mutton busting at the rodeo when I was a kid.
Yeah,
that's a heck of a lot of fun when you're 6 years old.
Oh yeah.
You know what mutton busting is, Derek?
I do not.
Okay, it's when they load you up with a hockey helmet on. They chuck you on the back of a lamb but we used to do it on goats at the farm.
Oh God.
Oh, I just tell you to hold on tight, and what happens. Away you go.
Yeah, you usually end up eating shit. But the goats on the farm, when you grab their horns, they go nuts. Do they ever get mad? And if they get you off, they try to headbutt you. Great time.
Then you're in. Yeah. Then you have a hell of a time. Then you're young and you everything bends and doesn't hurt, and you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Exactly. I don't know how many times I got headbutted by one of those stupid guys.
Yeah, I believe it.
But long story short, I've always had a fantasy about getting on the back of a bull. But at 37 years old, I don't know if it's a great idea.
The fantasy's getting dimmer.
It's getting very dim.
But there's hope. There's hope.
I could
There's hope.
I could be talked into it.
Could be talked into it.
Here, what
Yeah.
would be the steps? Let's a fake example here. If Tanner wanted to get on the bull, what would be some of the steps we would do?
Well, we'd have to get him all geared up, make sure he's got a vest, and he might as well wear a helmet.
Okay,
Can't
so
do that anymore, and some
what I'm
spurs.
thinking, when are we coming over? That's what I'm
I don't got one, but hey, whenever we'll line it up.
because I'm serious.
Listen, if this is a real thing and it could happen, I'll fucking do it.
This is serious. We're doing with a half smile, but I'm gonna hit you up, Jared. And we're fucking
Okay, do it. Yeah, half smile. I'm not liable.
No. I punched Jared in the face a lot, and he
So-
wants to see me get beat up by
yeah,
something.
like because I can't.
He wants to see it. Yeah,
yeah.
And
he doesn't have it.
There's probably a lot of people on the internet that'd like to see me get fucked up.
They'd like to see this happen.
Yeah, I think we'll do it. Fuck it.
Do you have
Yeah,
a
might
mechanical
as well.
bull at home? Do you have a mechanical?
No, I just got a barrel that kind of bucks. A guy can buck by himself.
I was gonna say if you had
It's pretty
one,
safe.
that'd be awesome.
There's a little square tubing at the bottom of it. I guess that's about the most dangerous part.
I know with hockey players, they attract a certain amount of ladies. We call them puck fucks. What do you call? What do you call? Buckle? What do you call it? Buckle?
Yeah, that's a go-to rodeo saying. Yeah, buckle bunnies.
Bunnies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has that affected you at all?
No, it's never. No, not really. I'm older now. I'm engaged. I'm past that stage in life.
You're just.
But back in the day when you're about 18, 19, 20, 21, yeah, they were fairly important after the bull riding.
I kind of wish you weren't engaged so I can hear those stories. But out of respect for your wife, future wife, you won't go there.
Yeah.
What's her name? Is it Tulsa?
Pardon me?
What's
Tulsa, yeah. Tulsa Johnson, yeah.
And what does she do?
She come from a rodeo family too.
Okay.
She's a massage therapist now, so it's quite useful for me.
Oh wow!
So yeah, we live here in down here at Maple Creek. So yeah, she's a northern Alberta girl.
On the opposite end of riding bulls, you're also a rancher.
Yep. I remember it's busy. It's busy all the time, and for
What's
me,
the difference from a rancher and a farmer then? For somebody.
Well, we raise cattle.
Okay.
We ranch and raise cattle. Farmers raise grains.
Sure.
What kind
That's
of
the
cattle
difference.
do you raise?
Black Angus.
Attaboy.
It's got to be only the best.
We have family that does they're ranchers. They have the Herefords or the black white face.
Yep.
And then the other uncle, he has those Scottish cows, those hairy things.
Oh yeah. Highlands.
Please.
Highlands.
Galloway's me. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They're fucking weird looking. I'll tell you a story about them though, because they're pretty. So we were out at his farm, and they need to get their ears trimmed because the hair grows too much and you can't see the damn tag.
Oh my God.
So you get them in the chute, and then you got to give them that anti whatever it is so they don't get worms or some shit.
Yeah.
So my wife, their head's hanging out, and my wife's there trimming the hair off the ears. So this stupid cow decided to go down on her knees.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And she's trimming the ears, and then all of a sudden just rears up and headbutts my wife.
Oh.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of extra work.
Yeah, I've never seen her like really hurt like that before. I was like, what in the fuck? The goddamn cow gave her a concussion.
I believe that their heads are quite hard. I can speak from experience on that.
I would guess you've been hit by them before. I never. But
yeah, it's a good place to stay away from. Shoot or in the arena.
so we actually we just bought some Black Angus beef the other day. It's fantastic.
Nice. Your wife's you're both from around Swift Current, right?
I am not. I am from Ontario originally, then moved to Victoria, BC, and then to Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is from Swift Current.
Okay, yeah.
She did time in British Columbia as well.
Yeah, she did, but she was born in Shaunavon.
Born in Shaunavon. Yeah.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that smile. What's happening in Shaunavon? Jared, no.
We used to play them in hockey in high school all the
Oh.
time, Shaunavon. We hated them.
Yeah.
Bunch of pricks over there. We hated playing hockey. Lots of good friends over there, but we hated them playing them in hockey.
I love how
Senior, I played senior for a little while.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
And stuff through that, yeah. Shaunavon, we hated playing Shaunavon.
When's the
They
last
were always good too.
When's the last time you strapped on the skates?
Oh, I played beer league a couple times this year, but I don't got her like I used to. There's too many extra parts on me now. Too many steel things and things that hurt. It hurts playing hockey now.
What all have you broken then?
Oh, nothing too serious. I wouldn't say I'll honestly say I've been very fortunate with injuries. I've got a broken ankle and broke my jaw and broke foot and hand and kind of tore a knee apart and stuff like that. But
the list is so fucking my hand, my back, my arm, my leg. Nothing here. I got no teeth, but yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, nothing like life threatening though when it comes to bull riding. It happens, and there's people we don't like talk about it, but there's people killed in it every year throughout the levels, and serious injuries and life-changing injuries. So yeah, I've been fortunate. That stuff that I all said it heals with time, and they can put it back together and stuff like that. Some other stuff doesn't never heal, so I've been lucky.
Fuck, I'm a pussy then because I've had knee surgery a couple times. It's terrible.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter what it's still not fun, and you're probably the grumpiest human being for about a week afterwards, but it comes around.
I'm higher than giraffe pussy for like 6 months.
Yeah, I stubbed my toe once. Yeah,
stubbed my toe once.
Yeah, broke your little toe. Thought you were gonna die.
Fucking stars got me choppered.
Derek, I know that you sent him some stuff over Instagram. What were you wanting from him? Song of the week? Is that what it was?
Yeah, we usually we like to pick a song of the week. Something that's usually with fighters we do a walkout song or something that's really kind of getting them pumped. But for you, what's a song that's kind of maybe how you're feeling right now, or what you're up to, or maybe your rodeo song?
Jeez, shoot, fighters do the walkout song. I'll do. I guess I got being lucky to be one of the top guys in Canada at the PBRs. They have the openings where they highlight the 4 or 5 top guys, and there's 2 songs. I guess kind of always been given the nickname by one of the guys, the Cowboy or whatever, because live the lifestyle all the time. And they always play at the opening. They either play Cowboy by Thin Lizzy or Cowboy by Kid Rock. Either one of them in the opening when they say your things and whatever your accolades or whatever it is, and the stuff and fireworks go off around you. Yeah. For the guys they highlight. So pick one of them. That's what I think of best.
We got it.
It's good because I put him in that song into my Instagram story. Like, all right, fuck
seen that. Yeah, you had her down spot on.
Yeah, it was good.
It's like this guy's watched an opening or 2.
He took me. Actually, Tanner took me to my first rodeo. Actually,
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Where'd you go? Swift Current?
Just locally, yeah.
Frontier Days.
Was it Frontier Days? PBR?
No, that was the PBR tour when they do the 1 week stretch here.
Right.
You were there.
They have it right there in the iPlex.
Yeah, you were
Snyder Bull Bustin'.
So,
next time the PBR comes to Swift Current, I'm hoping you're gonna be there.
I plan on it. I'll tell you a funny thing about Swift Current. It's more or less my closest. Maple Creek has a rodeo sometimes, or they had a bull riding once, but other than Medicine Hat, as far as Saskatchewan goes, and we all know how southwest Saskatchewan fans in general are the most supportive people. Whenever you're there and you're from Saskatchewan, they go nuts. It's cool. So Swift Current's kind of would be my hometown Saskatchewan bull riding. There's nothing in Maple Creek, and I've gone there probably 5 times now. Got on rerides, this and that, and I have yet to ever fucking stay on at Swift Current. That never happens too much with me. I'm kind of one of those guys that stay on lots, and I've been fucked off and ironed out every which way, but Swift Current, it's good, but fuck, it sucks.
It's always a good turnout at the iPlex when the bull riding's going on, or the what's the other one that comes here? The Canadian, whatchamacallit? CCS.
the CCA finals, the amateur association. I grew up going to those in Saskatchewan, and they have those in Swift Current now. And yeah, their weekend performances are really good there.
Yeah, they're fun because they do everything. They got the barrel ride and the rope.
Yeah, it's a full rodeo.
Yeah.
I like the Swift Current bull ride, and it was cool when they had it probably 3 years ago when they were putting new cement in the Iplex and they had it outdoors there.
Oh
And
yeah.
they kind of had it set up in front of those big stands, and they were pretty much full and stands on the other side. It was good. The weather was nice. End of May, the weather sometimes questionable in Swift Current, but it was good that year.
A lot of things are questionable in Swift Current. Trust me.
A lot of things, yeah.
A couple hard hitting, fast questions. Toughest bull you ever got on?
Oh, geez. There's been a few through the years. There's some I'm not real good with. I got on a bull like 3 times last year, and he's nice, and I could not ride the prick. Maybe like 4 times. Could not ride the prick for the same. And he's called Catch My Drift, and he's just good, and he jumps out there and kicks and spins around the right, kind of rears the gate. And I got on him a couple times for a lot of money. Like one time in the short round for last spring at Cloverdale out in BC, out in Surrey, at Cloverdale for like in the short round for 20,000. Frickin' ironed me out there, and irons me out everywhere. So I hate that bull, but he's he has no horns, and he's real cute, and real nice and quiet. But Jesus Christ,
You're
have a
just
hell of a time.
his drift, huh?
Yeah, if I get him in the short round, it's like, God damn it, how am I going to figure this out?
Favorite bull you've ever jumped on?
There's been a handful. One of the coolest ones I would from the Outlaw Buckers there, and just not even being partial to it, is Brown Boots Chrome. They call him. He's a big black bull. He bucks hard, stand chance to be 90, run you over afterwards. He's got the look, walks, acts, act. You know, you get a chance to get on him, you got a chance to win the round, and it's going to be a big place, and you got a chance to be lots of money. He's been everywhere. I think he's one of the coolest bulls in my career.
Number 1 bull rider on the planet?
Oh, can I say 3?
You can say 3.
All right, she's a toss-up between Lemme, Jess Lockwood, and Sage Kimsey. Take it however way you want to take it. Anyone can beat anyone at any time.
Yeah, all 3 of those guys are great.
Unreal.
One bull, I'm going to call them bullfighters. The one bullfighter that saved your ass the biggest?
Well, there's been a few, but Scotty Ways pulled me out from Medicine Hat. Scott Ways pulled me out of a couple pretty good wrecks through the years. But he's got a picture where at bull riding, I'd have to look it up, find it. I got it though from bull riding in Cochrane, Alberta, and I got hung up. This is quite a while ago, and I am going across the arena just like dragging back in the American Open. I'm still on my feet, but I'm stuck. And Scott, he's like 6'6", big, tall, long alien arms on him. And the big bastard is running along beside me, is reaching over top of me and reached in there, and he's kind of like gritting his teeth. It's such a cool picture. And he's got a hold of my rope, my tail and my rope, and he's jerking out and pulling out and jerks me out and grabs me at the top, best throws me out of there on my feet. Damnedest thing. You got to have a set of alien arms on you to do something like that. But
I'll find that photo. Definitely. I'll post it in there. We'll definitely use that.
Yeah, I'll dig it up. I'll have it somewhere. I can text it to you.
Yeah.
Ponoka Stampede or Calgary Stampede?
Calgary. If you're a Canadian guy growing up, when you grow up, you want to go to the Canadian Finals Rodeo and you want to be a Canadian champion. You want to be a Canadian PBR champion. But most of all, it's probably the biggest rodeo we got, and for me anyways, is the Calgary Stampede, because it's the only place for the bull riders, everything, that they legitimately get the very best guys in the world. You got the very best guys from Canada, the very best guys from the States, Brazil, everywhere. The 20 guys there are the very best guys in the world. So if you can do good there, you know you're gaming with the best of them.
Favorite thing to do other than riding bulls?
I like to rope.
Yeah.
Ranch. Be home.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it gets to the point. You like to be
big time homebody. Yeah, big time. Yeah, I like roping. Stuff like that. Always like playing hockey, hunting, all the classic stuff. Pretty cliche that way. Pretty plain that way.
Yeah, we'll have to get you on to talk about hunting. That's another thing we do too.
I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do.
I love it. Yeah, I love that. Used to do it a lot more in high school, but now being gone all the time. Seems like during the fall I'm gone, and then when I'm home, it's really busy with ranch stuff, so I don't get as much time as I would like to. But hey, I'll be older and I can do that.
Do you have an end game for this then? Do you have a time in your life where you've already planned that you're going to wrap this up?
No, I can't really say. When it feels right. Honestly, it was when I'm not. When the young guys come up and they're like, oh, it's gonna be easy to beat that old bastard. When that happens, but when they show up and they know that there's a good chance I'm still gonna win their money, it's still good to go. But when that comes and I'm not into it anymore and not craving it and can't put everything into it, it's just time to hang her up. I
think you'll still go do roping though.
Oh yeah, I'll do that forever. Gotta do that. Anybody can do that. You can do that till you're like 70. You need a hobby of some sort.
Now, what is the big fella sport in the rodeo? Is that steer wrestling?
Yep, steer wrestling.
Why do you call it big fella? Pardon me? What?
Those guys are big.
Good, big, strong bastards, all of them. That's what you should do. You're built more like that than me. You're extra 50 pounds. You could do that versus me because they just pack me around.
Not gonna lie, I've always had. When I see it, I'm like, shit. I think I could do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. And strong, it's those guys are bigger. Some of them really big and really athletic.
There's a guy that has the same name as me. His name is Tanner, and
Tanner Milan.
Yeah, he won the Calgary Stampede a couple years back, and
yep,
a big bastard.
Yep, and athletic. He's just like a cat.
I think he got. I don't even know what. I think it was like 4 seconds. He got that thing in.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're talented.
Super fast. What is the most entertaining aspect of the rodeo other than bull riding?
Oh, depends what you want. There's nothing like good bucking horses.
Yeah.
And the good horses there, Canada raises these big, strong bucking horses, and you get to watch a set of really good bucking horses and really good guys on them. Geez, in my opinion, it's good watching. It doesn't get any better.
That's cool. I never thought of that.
My wife's cousin, his name is Colby Reimers. He was a bronc rider back in the day.
Okay, yeah. It's good one. It's good.
I feel, I don't know if it's harder to ride the horse, but I think they're a little bit more athletic.
Yeah, faster. You talk to, I've never done it or been into it, but it takes a lot more to get good at it, like more repetition, more doing it. They say it's faster, I guess. I don't know. Well, then once you get it down and like get good at it, good saddle bronc, good bareback riders, once they're good at it, they don't really get hurt too often or anything. It's not like the bull riding. There's not quite as much that can go wrong, it seems like, or it goes wrong as regular, and they aren't trying to run you over and stuff like that.
I could be wrong, but is there a little more technique to it where you got to spur these damn things and you got to go with your
100%. Okay. Yeah, you got to spur and be in timing and spur them, and bull riding, you don't have to spur. You just got to stay on.
Okay, so this is the last question I'm going to ask you because I think you probably need to get the fuck out of here.
That's good.
What makes a great bull ride? What's going to get you the 95 points or the 97 points that you need to get?
Well, the first part's a good bull. He's got to kick hard. So you see him kicking, jumping and kicking and spinning, and maintaining that kick, that up and down, that kick. And then you got to ride him good. You can't hang on the side of him. You can't flop around. You got to be in time, do a good job riding him, sit up there and do your job and make it look good. There you go. You both get scored high, and here comes the 90s.
So you want the kick not where his both feet are off the ground like he's jumping up like Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah, not really. Like their front feet are the real athletic bulls, and they kick their front feet, but they extend with their back ends and get like really, really steep like that. And that's where that's what you want kind of in them. That's a common misconception is the flank strap behind them. No, everybody, the common thing is they tie their nuts in there. Well, it's not even close to tying their nuts in there. It's just like a tickler. Kind of makes them. It's not even tight hardly. It makes them just extend their back feet out.
Derek does that.
Ties one to himself every now and then.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Right. Name in my game.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this fucking thing up. Listen, man, it was a real pleasure to talk to you today. I have a ton of respect for what you guys do. Put your lives on the line and get out there just to entertain fans and make some money.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sure, I enjoyed it. Glad it worked out. It's a cool thing. And hey, right back at the guys fighting. You ain't gonna see me in there doing that anytime soon.
Maybe I'll try to cross over and I'll jump on those.
Yeah. Kudos to you, because I ain't crossing over and coming over there and fighting some big guy.
I'm a fan, man, and I'll be paying attention to what you're doing in the next whenever the hell you get back on. Hopefully we see you in Swift Current soon. I'll come down and say hey.
Hell yeah, let me know. Shoot, yeah. Well, thanks for having me and had a ton of fun.
Guys, follow Jared on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
It's at Jared Parsonage.
Facebook's Jared Parsonage. Give him a follow, give him a like, let him know you're a fan, and hopefully we'll bring some new eyes to your sport, man, because it's super entertaining.
Right back at you. I've had lots of texts about this on Instagram, so.
I forgot to mention one thing was Ty Posbon, and thank you to Smith Built Hats for sending me that hat a couple of years ago. The black hat is back. It's an amazing thing that they did for him, and they donate all the money for those hats that they make. So go over to Smith Built Hats and check them out. You know what? About Smith Built Hats?
Pardon me?
You know about Smith Built Hats?
Oh yeah. The Ty Pos and the Ty Posbon Foundation was created for us and everybody in general. Any athlete can have it for it's a lot to do with brain injury and the mental health thing, and getting help with that and support through that with these hard knock lifestyles comes the consequences sometimes. So it's there to support us, the athletes, and everybody else that's an athlete, and it's a great thing. So check her out.
All right, man. You want to try that CBD at some point? You hit me up. I'll send it to you.
All right, deal.
All right, guys. That's the final shot.